Welcome to Gun News Review. A judge this week removed a lawyer representing the National Rifle Association in a Virginia lawsuit. Judge Liam O'Grady removed William Brewer III on Thursday for not disclosing an ethical sanction, citing findings of bad faith. Brewer was supposed to defend the NRA against an insurance broker but wasn't licensed in Virginia. To proceed, he signed a form vouching for his good standing despite a 2016 fine for trying to influence potential jurors in Texas. Brewer says his partners will handle the case pending possible appeal. The lawsuit is against Lockton Companies. The NRA was offering Lockton's insurance in its Carry Guard program to cover costs related to improper firearm usage. But Lockton stopped after New York regulators said it was illegal, imposing a $7 million fine. Meanwhile, the NRA says it did nothing wrong after California regulators issued a cease and desist order to stop selling the Carry Guard insurance. The State Department of Insurance on Tuesday issued the order contending the Carry Guard policy was sold without a state license. NRA's legal counsel says the organization relied on assurances from insurance broker Lockton that the program met California regulations. In Montana, Democrats are asking whether U.S. Senate candidate Matt Rosendale illegally coordinated with the NRA. The allegation is based on an audio recording of the Montana Republicans saying the NRA planned to support his campaign. Rosendale's campaign says the accusation is baseless and that Rosendale had only discussed the NRA's endorsement with the gun rights group, which is legal. The Montana Democratic Party and the campaign for Rosendale's opponent, John Tester, says a recording raises questions of whether Rosendale and the NRA illegally coordinated the purchase of advertisements with the campaign. Seattle City Council has finally come out with specific rules on gun storage after passing a firearms storage law in July. Guns will have to be in a secure safe with a combination lock or face fines up to $1,000, up to $10,000 if the gun hurts someone or if the gun is used in a crime. The gun safe also has to be strong enough so that it can't be easily pried open with tools. The National Rifle Association is suing the city to stop the law, claiming it violates a state law that restricts cities from regulating guns. But the mayor says the law is about safety, not restricting gun rights. The mayor and Seattle police plan to take public comment and then get feedback before the new law takes effect next February. In Edmonds, Washington, the city council there has unanimously agreed to accept an offer by two law firms to provide pro bono defense of the city's recently passed gun storage ordinance. The firms involved are the litigation team for Everytown for Gun Safety and Summit Law Group of Seattle. The law in Edmonds, which was also passed in July, has similar storage guidelines as Seattle. Everytown for Gun Safety announced in July it would provide pro bono legal defense services for Seattle. You're listening to Gun News Review. In Clay County, Florida, a concealed carry holder reportedly stepped in to help a woman at a Walmart in Fleming Island to fend off a teenager with a knife demanding sex. The woman reportedly was shopping when she was approached by a 14-year-old boy saying he had a knife and wanted sex. She requested help from a man who, after hearing what was going on, asked the teen if it was true, and the teen allegedly nodded yes. That's when the man apparently withdrew his gun. The teen ran out of the store and was caught by police after allegedly pulling a knife on them, too. The teen was taken for a mental evaluation and detention. Police in the Chicago suburb of Cicero have commended an individual with a concealed carry permit for helping officers stop a runaway suspect. That happened Thursday night during a traffic stop. The suspect ran from the car and began firing at officers, hitting one of them 4 times. The person with a concealed carry permit was sitting in traffic, got out of his car, and began firing at the suspect. That suspect was hit once and taken to a hospital in serious condition. It's not clear if the wound was from the officers or the citizen. The wounded officer is recovering in good condition after undergoing several surgeries. And a federal judge in Montana has extended a temporary restraining order blocking a Yellowstone area grizzly hunt in Idaho and Wyoming for 2 weeks. The U.S. District Judge Dana Christensen said he needed more time to consider if federal protections for the animals should be restored. More than a year ago, federal officials declared the grizzly bear population had recovered from near extermination. Idaho and Wyoming had scheduled a bear hunt beginning September 1st, with Idaho issuing a single permit and Wyoming issuing 23 licenses with a quota of 12 bears. In extending the delay, the judge said there remains serious questions regarding whether the government acted lawfully in lifting protections on an estimated 700 bears in the three-state Yellowstone region. Wildlife advocates and Native American tribes requested the additional 2-week delay after suing the government to restore the bear's threatened species status. You've been listening to Gun News Review, comprehensive and concise.